On Friday nights, IndieWire After Dark takes a feature-length beat to honor fringe cinema in the streaming age. First, the spoiler-free pitch for one editor's midnight movie pick, something weird and wonderful from any age of film that deserves our memorializing. Then, the spoiler-filled aftermath as experienced by the unwitting editor attacked by this week's recommendation. The pitch, then all the cavemen and founding fathers loved him. The magic of a good Christmas is an unparalleled childhood experience, but it always ends with the anticlimactic holiday hangover that is New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. The final day of the year and the first day of the new one can be plenty of fun for adults, as they revolve around a paradoxical combination of socially sanctioned binge drinking and a renewed focus on fitness and career goals. But since one of those things is off-limits to children and the other is completely disinteresting to them, it's hard to blame a child for seeing the final holiday as little more than a dreaded reminder that school is starting again soon. It makes perfect sense that the Christmas special industrial complex has largely steered clear of the year's most adult-oriented holiday, save for the occasional and a Happy New Year platitude yelled by Santa as he dashes away while credits roll. But after a decade of dominating the industry with hits like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass decided that 1976 was the year to swing for the fences and attempt a full-on New Year's special. The result was the utterly bizarre Rudolph's Shiny New Year, which remains a cautionary tale of geniuses flying too close to the sun. The hour-long monstrosity, which aired on ABC in December 1976, serves as a direct sequel to the original Rudolph special. After guiding Santa's sleigh through a Christmas Eve blizzard, Rudolph, with his nose so bright, is enlisted for a task that's apparently more important but considerably less interesting: helping Father Time find a missing baby New Year in order to ensure that a new year can begin. If he fails, Santa informs him that it will stay December 31st forever and there will never be another Christmas. Viewers are quickly treated to a needlessly complex backstory that shines light on how little New Year's lore actually exists in our pop culture. While babies are a common NYE motif, the special takes it a step further to craft a convoluted mythology to explain the passage of years. Each December, a New Year's baby is born as a symbol of the new beginnings that a new year offers. But for some reason, that baby is damned to the terrible fate of aging an entire lifetime in 1 year. By December 31st, he takes his place as the new Father Time, while the old Father Time disappears to his own private island in the archipelago of last year's. His island will be styled with the aesthetics of the year he presided over, allowing each year to spend an eternity in a sad time capsule of his past glories. But the one flaw in this otherwise brilliant system is that this year's baby ran away. You might think it's because he didn't want to age 75 years during his first trip around the world before being exiled to his own personal Elba. But no, he just ran away because he didn't like that people laughed at him for having big ears. So Rudolph and an incoherent coterie of strange characters, including a clockman named General Ticker, a caveman who ruled 1 million BC, and a man who looks and acts exactly like Benjamin Franklin but is actually the anthropomorphic essence of the year 1776, I wish I was joking, are forced to traverse the archipelago in search of the missing baby. Visiting different islands allows them to do something resembling time travel. But the loose mythology allows them to visit actual historical events like the Revolutionary War as easily as nursery rhymes like Goldilocks and the Three Bears and Humpty Dumpty. The entire special gives off a let's just throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, because kids will have to like something energy, except nothing ultimately sticks to the wall. Still, it's a must-watch for any Christmas special completionist or fan of 1970s stop-motion oddities. The meandering attempt to saturate the screen with recognizable faces turns Rudolph's Shiny New Year into something resembling a holiday magical mystery tour for the whole family. If you're still filled with the Christmas spirit and not ready to shake the holiday vibes, this could be the dose of weirdness you need to shock your system into January mode. CZ the aftermath, and, lo, the vast mystery of the holiday multiverse grew 3 ear sizes that day. Ever since Jack Skellington stumbled onto Christmastown, the holiday multiverse has fascinated me. Whether it's a cinematic crossover event between mythical beings a la the Santa Claus franchise, or the connective oral tradition that's bound seasonal stories to one another for centuries. The sense that all annual traditions stem from some magical realm or source outside our God-fearing world is comforting. Or at least, it was comforting until Rudolph's Shiny New Year shot my appreciation for the concept clear out of the night sky. Like a baby flying by his laughably big ears, suddenly hit by a whale's well-aimed waterspout, I tell you. My understanding of human history is good enough to know that an Earth perpetually suspended on New Year's Eve 1976 wouldn't be an awesome one. For starters, the son of Sam would never be arrested, and Star Wars wouldn't come out. Okay, maybe that second reality would be better. But the extreme stakes of screenwriter Romeo Muller's space-time terrorist attack carried out via cartoon Vulture, operating under something resembling Andrew Nichols, in Time Rules no less, is just one of the myriad mysteries that alarmed me in this baffling concoction of world-building. Shiny New Year had me enraged and hooked from start to end, offering up a puzzle of perplexing nonsense strong enough to drown out a week I've otherwise devoted to cheese and regret. The following are among the endless questions I was left to ponder when presented with Zilko's pick, an utterly deranged consideration of festivity-based fantasy lands with some of the least catchy music imaginable. It should go without saying to those who have actually watched the film that the Moving Fingers writes may very well be a chart-topping single in the torture chambers of hell. Some thoughts.